WTF is cooking. Food Adventures Overcome for Cooking. Mary Coconut once again. So today we're going to be doing creamy lemon squares. This is a recipe I found online. We love lemon bars. I mean, who doesn't love lemon bars? So I figured I'd try it. It's different. It uses sweetened condensed milk for your filling. And I made some yesterday, so the texture is a little firmer. And you can see them right here. It's a little firmer than typical lemon squares. Sweet, very sweet. The lemon flavor, we usually like the lemon flavor a little tart. You want a little pizzazz in your mouth, and this just made it really sweet. They recommend putting whipped cream on it. We tried that. The whipped cream totally knocks out the flavor. Powdered sugar or plain, you get that lemon taste. Whipped cream wipes it out. All right, so today I decided instead of lemon squares, I'm going to do something unique. I'm going to use orange, but I'm going to use some vanilla in it because I want to taste like the old-fashioned creamsicle pops that we used to have as kids. They still have them out now. It's orange and vanilla flavoring. Now, what kind of flavoring can you use? Can you just do lemon? Do lemon. Do lime. Do a combination lemon-lime. We're going to do the orange today. You don't want to put the vanilla flavor in? Don't. Just put plain orange. Do a citrus flavor, even pineapple. Come on, you want that citrus flavor, and you want that tang in your mouth. So, today, we're doing orange creamsicles. All right, let's go. Okay, so let me give you the recipe first. So first we're going to make our crust. So we need a tablespoon of melted butter, and you could use an 8-inch or a 9-inch square pan and coat the bottom and all the sides with the 1 tablespoon of butter. We're going to do a cup and a half of graham crackers. Now I'm using honey graham crackers. You can use the plain. Cinnamon, I have no idea how that's going to taste with citrus. But you get a box. It comes in little packages already pre-packaged. There's 9 in each package. And what we're going to do, put them in a plastic bag. This is the easiest way to crush them if you don't want to get a food processor dirty. Marble rolling pin. Really heavy. Plastic bag. Now when you seal them in the bag. Make sure you press the air out, because what's going to happen as you're rolling, you don't want that air that's trapped in there to all of a sudden pop your bag open, and then you've got graham cracker crumbs all over the place. When we're done with these and they're nice and crushed, we're going to add to it 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and then a 1/4 cup of sugar. Since the lemon bars yesterday were really sweet, personally, if I make these, again, I'm making these with the sugar today just to show you the recipe. I think next time I make them, I'm leaving the sugar out. So the sweetness, because you got sweetened condensed milk, which is killing the tartness of your citrus. And I would leave the sugar out if you really want some tartness in your flavoring. So what we do with our marble rolling pin is just lay it down on there and start rolling. Look at that. Look how it's crushing them up. And I won't have to clean a processor bowl. All I have to do is throw the plastic bag away. There we go. 1½ cups of graham cracker crumbs. I'm going to throw these in a bowl. Alright. And now we have 4 tablespoons melted butter going in here. and the 1/4 cup of sugar. And like I said, if you don't want it really sweet, I would leave the sugar out. And we're just going to mix them around. And we're going to make a nice crumb crust for our creamsicle bars or creamsicle squares. I'm using a square pan. I'm going to call them squares. Alright, so I'm going to take my pan here, put these into the pan. Alright, time to get the hand dirty. Press it out. You can press it up the sides. Even it out as much as you can. Alright, there you go. The hand off. Alright, so we've got all our crumbs in there. Nicely pressed out. What we're going to do is we're going to put this into the oven. Now it's, depending on your oven, how it works, 8 to 12 minutes. I had my crust in, I put it in the middle, 10, came out too brown. You want a nice light color, because you're going to be baking this again a second time after the filling goes in. So I'm going to put it in this time for the 8 minutes, but I will check it before the 8 minutes to make sure it's not over browning. Alright, so we'll see you in about 8 minutes. Alright, this was for 8 minutes. And you can see it's still slightly dark around the edges. It wasn't as dark as it was yesterday when I had it in for 10 minutes. So for my oven, I probably put it in for 6 minutes. Your oven, you'll have to guesstimate yourself. So this has to cool for 30 minutes. I'm going to put it up here on my rack, and it's got to cool for 30 minutes. The filling's going to have eggs in it and the sweetened condensed milk. You don't want to put your filling in now while this is piping hot, and all of a sudden your eggs start to cook and curdle inside your filling. Alright, so we're going to be in a half hour and then we'll do the filling. So, we've got our nice little graham cracker crust here in our pan. You know what? I've made this recipe several times. I've done 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 6 minutes. It still comes out browner than light. And I think it's because I used the honey graham crackers and they've got that sugar in there. I don't personally, even though I showed you before to put 1/4 cup of sugar, I stopped doing that because with the honey graham crackers, it just makes it too sweet. So now we're going to do our filling. So in this bowl we're going to put, this is the contents of a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, not evaporated. We want the sweetened, it's thicker. So that's going to go in our bowl. Look how thick that is. I need a spatula to get that all out of there. Look how nice and thick and rich that is. It's another reason not to add all that extra sugar into your crust. You don't want to make your dessert so sweet you just can't eat it, and it takes away from the flavor of the fruit. Now we have 2 egg yolks. The egg whites I save to make for scrambled eggs later on. So we've got 2 egg yolks. And these are large eggs. Now for my juice, I'm using orange juice. Now you can use fresh squeezed or that frozen concentrate, which is just concentrated frozen orange juice from the oranges. Don't use orange juice from a carton because it's got water in it. And I'll show you later what happens if you do that. Now what I want to do here is I want to go to an old-time flavor. Remember those creamsicle bars? So I'm going to add into my filling here. This is pure vanilla extract from Mexico. It's really rich, so a little goes a long way. Usually when you're doing baking, you add 2 to 3 teaspoons. I'm only going to add 1. There we go. Because with the orange and the vanilla, we're going to get that old-time flavor of creamsicle. Alright, so we're going to mix this all up. And what I really should do is, and I'm going to do it right now, is I'm going to switch to this is my Pyrex. I don't know the exact name they put on it, but it's from Pyrex. It's actually a spatula, because you can see the rubber on some of the tines, and it's a whisk at the same time. So as you're whisking, you can also clean off with the spatula. So we're going to whisk it up now. And look how nice and thick this is. This is thick. This is how it's going to look. Now, if you used juice from a carton, yeah, it's going to be nothing but watery yuck. Look at that nice coloring in there. Now we're going to put it into our browned crust here. Look how that's coming out so thick and rich. I'm using my tines here with the rubber on them to get it all out. Ugh, look at that, look at that. And then we're just going to take the other spatula and kind of move it around a little, fill that all in there. Sort of looks like a custard, really thick pudding. Now this is going to go into our oven that's already been at 350 degrees. It's going to go in for 15 minutes. Then you've got to take it out, let it cool down so you can handle it. And then it's going to have to go in the fridge for an hour before you can cut it up and serve it. Yeah, but it's worth the wait. Okay, into the oven we go. Okay, so when you're making these citrusy squares, whether you're using lemon, lime, pineapple, orange, make sure you use fresh squeeze, or you can buy that in the store, the canisters of concentrated juice that you need to add water to. Don't buy the stuff that's in a carton already pre-made, like the orange juice in the carton. It has water added to it. Because what's going to happen is your squares are going to come out looking like this. It's discolored. It's bubbly. It just looks overall nasty. I'm going to cut into it anyway. Might as well find out how it tastes, right? And it's too soft. Look at that. It is just too soft. The filling was too thin. And this is already cooled in the refrigerator for 1 hour like it's supposed to. And this is just too soft. It's not firm at all. This is a disaster. And you can see it didn't even rise up. It was supposed to rise up a little. And that is just overall nasty. And this is what happens when you use the juice from a carton that's already had water added to it. So this is why you make sure you use fresh squeezed or use it concentrated. Don't add any water. Don't put water. And even if you do it the concentrate, you'll see how much firmer your it'll rise up. It'll be firmer. This is just a, look at that, soggy mess. That's just totally yuck. And, you know, it's ruined. So, fresh or from concentrate, no water. Okay, so it's been an hour and a half. We baked our creamsicle bars. Let them cool, then we put them in the refrigerator for an hour to get really cool. Okay, now we're going to cut. So, technically, you should get 16. So, 4 across, 4 the other way, 16. Alright, let's give it a little... Okay, it's cutting pretty smooth in there. You can see it retained its orange color. Now on these bars, you can eat them plain, put some powdered sugar, a little whipped cream, whatever makes you feel good. With the lemon squares, I found that powdered sugar for eating them plain was really good. you may want the extra. Now, you know the first one is always a bomb to get out, but let's see what's going to happen. Okay. A little crumbly there, but it's coming out. Let's get a few more out. Got a lot of crumbles left from our... Whoa, we're going to make a mess here. Let's get one that doesn't have as many crumbles on it. Now look at that. Look at that deep orange color. And now a beautiful thing. Look at that. Look how thick that is, how rich it is. Let's take one of these. Break it open. Whoa, that's crumbly. Look at that. That's moist. That's good stuff. Oh my God. You can taste the orange. You can taste the vanilla. Now, unfortunately, if you just had this, the filling, yeah, it's creamsicle. But with the graham cracker crust, yeah, that's kind of changing the flavor a little bit. So you've got graham cracker, you've got orange, and you do have the taste of the vanilla. So I'm going to call this version a success. Remember, I used the orange juice concentrate. Don't use the stuff in the carton with water, or all you're going to get is a bunch of mush. So play with your fruit and enjoy.